Hello there guys and welcome to Daily Updates. On the 15th of May 2024, the President of South Africa, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, will be signing into law the National Health Insurance Bill, and a lot of people are really questioning the move by the President because we are just less than 15 days away from election date. As we are heading towards the elections, on the other side the political parties are campaigning and boom, the President says the poor and the rich will receive the same healthcare system. There will be no need for you as the poor to go and get that medical aid because the person who has the medical aid and you without it will be on the same hospital receiving the same system from the NHI. And the people of South Africa are really supposed to believe that, as if we have never had a system called OBE in education, where they reduce the passing mark to 30% from 50%, and then they still expect a student to go to university and pass with 50%, while they groom them with 30%. That is the model of South Africa, how they create all these things. But just a word of advice to the politician. 10 years from now, 5 years from now, we are going to have a commission of inquiry into the NHI corruption. Now, the government answers the question of what is the NHI bill and how will the NHI benefit South Africans. It says the NHI fund will cover South Africans of all races, rich or poor, and legal term residents. There will be one pool of healthcare funding for private and public healthcare providers alike. The cost of our healthcare system, which is currently the most expensive in the world, will be reduced. When people visit healthcare facilities, there will be no fees charged because the NHI fund will cover the cost of people's medical care in the same way that medical aids do for their members. NHI will narrow the gap between the rich and poor in terms of the standards of healthcare. South Africans will no longer be required to contribute directly to a medical health scheme to get quality healthcare. The NHI fund will be funded from the following: general taxes, contribution of persons earning above a set amount, and a monthly contribution made by the employees to the fund. Employers will assist the NHI fund by ensuring that their workers' contribution to the NHI fund are collected and submitted in a similar manner to the UIF contributions. Now that we have looked at the summary of the NHI, one really needs to look at the comparison between what South Africa is presenting and the model that is already being experienced by the people in the UK. Because most of them are complaining about the fact that we wait for 6 months to get in line for operation. They are calling it a failure. And as South Africans, we look at the Europeans, which are far much developed more than us. We say that they have a similar model, which they are complaining about, but we are going to bring our own model, which we think is going to be a success. I mean, who are we lying to? We know that we are corrupt to the core. We know that the party that we are under has been in a lot of scandals, corruption. Now, who is telling us that if we vote for them and then they are bringing us the NHI, it is going to be successful? People have been stealing. They go and steal as much as stealing the money of the NSFAS. They steal anything. So you sit there and think that, they are not going to steal the NHI because they know that it's for the poor. Nothing like that is going to happen. But what is going to happen is that a lot of rich people are going to remain more richer. Entrepreneurs will be on the rise. Everybody will be looking at an opportunity. Comrades will be looking at an opportunity to get rich from this. And we know that the neighboring countries, especially from the north, they benefit more from the current system of South African healthcare system. They benefit more. So what's going to happen when the NHI come into effect? Are they going to be sidelined, or are they still going to say that, well, they are part of our people? I foresee a failure in the NHI, regardless of who says what. This is not going to work. We are a country that knows that when we smell money, no one can touch us. So how do you sit there and love money and then still go and convince the people that I love money, but I can work for you? It's not going to work. The president must really not lie to us. The president should campaign without bringing the NHI into effect. The president must campaign without using electricity. They must just campaign, do their job. If they win, it's fine. They can then start showing us that we can really work once we have voted for them. But they cannot go there and use tools like NHI, electricity, in such a way that they want us to vote for them, believing that they are the ones who are capable of running this country. It is wrong, because we know for sure what is going to be happening tomorrow is to go to the public, because it will be shown on SABC, it will be shown on ETV, Newsroom Africa. They want to show the people of South Africa, even radios, that you are in safe hands, because the president says when you get sick, him and yourself will be on next to each other in the same ward, because there will be no poor, there will be no rich. All of them will fall under the same thing. But what we must know is that it might be the end of many, as corruption will make sure that nobody receives services. Imagine waiting for months for operation because they are saying that you are number 200 on the list. Next thing, people are dying. And Commissioner of Inquiry says, well, you cannot blame the president the same way you can't blame the sofas. And South Africa goes backwards. We really need to wake up and look at it as it is. It is not a model that is going to save South Africa. It is campaign that will make sure that a certain party wins. And once they win, we'll continue to complain as we have been. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into the channel as we wait for tomorrow when the signing officially takes place. Until next time, cheers.